Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I've got some naked nails to work on today, minus my thumb, which I did already do in the week because I wanted to try this out on one nail before doing the rest of them. And then I've got some of these full cover press on coffin shaped nails. These are just cheap ones from AliExpress, so I will try and link them in the description box below. Now I've already done most of the prep on my nails, and here I'm just coming in with a dehydrator, and then I'm just going to come in with my acid primer. So you may have seen on the market that they have these new gel systems called the Apres system, and it's basically a full covered gel tip that's applied with a gel product. And then there's also other brands. One I've got my eye on is the enailcouture's 123 Go system. However, I'm waiting for that to come to their UK site before I purchase it. And I noticed on YouTube there's quite a lot of dupes where people are using a gel product, however just using standard plastic press-on tips. So I see it done on Femi Beautys channel. I will leave it linked below, and I really wanted to give it a go. So here we go. Now I don't know if I'd recommend doing this on a client because it's not actually a professional way of doing it. This is just a dupe of the professional way. However, it is actually a really good, quick and easy way for your own nails. So as you see, I applied a thin layer of base coat and cured that, and then I'm just etching the inside of that press-on nail just so they adhere nicely to the nail plate. And then I did already do the pointer finger, but it was out of shot, so I cut it out of the video. But here you can see, then I'm just applying a thin layer of builder gel into the contact area of that nail tip, and then I'm just going to press it down onto my natural nail, making sure there's no air bubbles, and then I'm just going to flash cure that for 10 seconds. So then I'm going to repeat that again on the next nail. Now here you can see a little bit of gel did seep out at the cuticle area, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flash cure that in place for 10 seconds, and then because it isn't fully cured, I was able to clean that off with an old acrylic brush and some alcohol. And then I'll apply all of the nails on this hand, and then I will give that a full cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. So here we go again. As you can see, I've got that nail tip and I'm just applying a thin coat of builder gel, pushing it and pressing it down onto my nail bed, getting it up as close to the cuticle as I can without touching, and then also making sure that there isn't no air bubbles. And then again, flash curing. So as you can see, that is really quick and easy to do. Now you could leave them like this. In one of the YouTube videos I watched, she did just leave them like this and she found them strong enough. And in another I watched, she used a layer of builder gel over the top, which is what I decided to do here. So I didn't want to leave them this long, simply because I was worrying this is the first time that I've done them, whether they would adhere well, whether they would last, etc. So I thought I would keep them medium length for this particular first attempt. And then here I'm just using a 100 grit file to file the free edge into my desired shape. Now because the free edge here doesn't have no extra gel applied yet, it's just the tip, it's really quick and easy to file and get these into shape. But because they are the plastic tips, you do find you get like the excess bit of tip stuck underneath. So just making sure to get rid of all of that and just sort of, yeah, getting a rough shape of what I want the end result to be. And I've just shown filing on one nail because I didn't want the video to be super repetitive. But then what I'm going to do is, using that same 100 grit file, I'm just going to file the entire surface of the nail just so that it's all roughed up, ready for a layer of builder gel over the top. So again, I do this to all of the nails. And then I'm going to give them a good scrub with a nail brush to make sure I get rid of all of that dust. And like I said here, this is where I'm just making sure to get out any of those excess plasticky tip bits. And this is why I reckon the proper professional system, the gel version, so either the Apres or the Extends or the enailcouture, this is why I reckon it would be better, because the tips are actually made of gel rather than plastic. So once I've got rid of most of that dust, I'm coming in with my builder gel, the same one I used to apply the tips with, and I'm just putting a layer of this over the entire nail. And then I'm going to pop that in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And I just did this because in one of the videos I watched, she mentioned doing it just to give that extra bit of strength. And I was worried because this was my first time attempting anything like this, that they wouldn't be very strong. So I thought at least if I add the extra layer of builder gel, it might mean they're a bit stronger. And I do remember when I first got into nails, I loved trying all of these sort of DIY ways of having nails. And yeah, some of them worked, some of them didn't. So I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different. As you guys know, I am an acrylic girl through and through, but I do like trying new things and spicing it up every now and then. So then once I've cured that gel for 60 seconds, I'm just wiping off the surface of the nail with some alcohol. And then I'm coming in with a softer grit file just to refine the shape a little bit where I've applied that gel. And then I'm just going to go over the surface again. This is just a 180 grit file, so I'm just going over the surface to smooth it all out and also make sure that it's just slightly rough so that my gel polish adheres and that there's not going to be no chipping or anything like that. And then I went away and give all of the nails a good clean to make sure all of that dust was removed. And now I'm coming in with my gel polish design. So I decided I wanted to go for a bit of a dark set today. So I'm using this beautiful gel polish from IBD. I'm not 100% sure of the name, however, I will double check and leave it linked in the description box below. But it's a beautiful navy blue, but it has an ever so slight shimmer in it. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to give all of the nails one coat of this, and then I'm going to pop that in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. Now, as I said earlier on in the video, I'm an acrylic girl through and through, so even gel polish seems quite hard to me. So by doing this style system, it was pushing me a little bit to do a bit of a design with gel polish. So I do hope you guys enjoy watching. However, I do apologise if the application isn't perfect. And then once I've cured that first coat, I'm going to come in and do my second coat, making sure to not touch any of the skin or the cuticle area with this coat. But when I'm doing my second coat, this is where I like to cap my free edge. So to keep the nails from appearing too bulky, I don't cap the free edge with my first coat. I only cap it with my second coat. And I try to keep each layer as thin as possible, but it is hard when you're not very experienced with gel polish like myself. I've just been watching a lot of Selena Ryden, is it? I think that's how you say her name. I've been watching a lot of her on YouTube lately, and I love that a lot of her sets are gels or gel polish, and it's been really inspiring me to get some gels and give gel polish designs a bit more of a go. I just find acrylic so much easier to work with, so this set of the video was really pushing me out of my comfort zone, and I hope to get a few more gel polish designs up on my channel for you guys. So then there I was showing you this beautiful cat's eye gel polish. This one is from DMN Beauty. They have such a huge selection of gel polishes, but then they do also have cat's eyes and a whole heap of other stuff. So I will leave them linked below. And what I love most about their gel polishes is they come in pots rather than bottles, and I actually find that a lot easier to work with. So what I'm basically doing is applying a thin layer of that over the top of that blue gel polish, and as you can see, it's got like a purpley colour, so it gave off a bit of a galaxy vibe for this set. And then whilst that's still wet, I'm coming in with the cat's eye magnet and just holding that over the nail for 10 seconds, and as you can see, it pulls that pigment together to create that effect. And then I flash cured that for 10 seconds in my lamp, just because otherwise you sometimes find that you distort the previous cat's eye nail when you're doing the next one. I hope that makes sense. So I just flash cure each one in between. And then I gave them a full cure, and that was the effect they gave off. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. So it gave off that bit of a hint of a galaxy vibe. Now, I didn't know what I wanted on the ring finger, but I knew I wanted it different to the other nails. So I decided, because the cat's eye gel polish over the navy blue gave a bit of a galaxy vibe, I found these stars and moon embellishments, so I decided I would use them. But I also decided I wanted this nail to be matte, so I've come in with a layer of jewellery gel, and then whilst that's still wet, I've gone over the top of that with my Femme Fatale matte top coat. And then I'm just going to apply those embellishments into this tacky gel. Now, I usually use this method whenever I'm using anything that's flat back or small. However, ideally, I think these kind of embellishments do work better encapsulated. Just find that they do stick out a little bit too much for me on the surface of the nail. But however, anyway, as you can see, I'm just placing them down into that tacky gel and nudging them around until I'm happy with the placement. And then I'm going to pop this in my LED lamp to cure for a full 60 seconds. And then I'm just going to come in and do a little bit of stamping on those 3 galaxy nails. Off camera, I did the thumbnail, but I didn't leave it in because I just did a plain blue gel polish there. I didn't do nothing fancy on there. And then that's pretty much the end of the design. So let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. Have you tried anything like this? Did it last well? If you'd like to see more sets like this, then yeah, let me know below. Or if you do have any requests, then also pop them below, because I'm happy to give things a try. Then, as you can see, I'm just coming in with my top coat here, and I'm top coating all of those nails, giving them a nice even but thin layer of top coat, and then I'll pop this in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So as it's the end of the video, I just want to say a huge thank you for watching. If you're watching and you aren't already subscribed, then please do consider hitting subscribe, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Bye bye.